Diya, Sneha, it got hot on my chest. Oh. So I cannot attend the class. Why? Why you are unable? I cannot attend the class. Please. Devargo. No, just I am waiting for some others, if they come. Not visible. কি হলো? What are the causes? It's not working. All students are here. May I start?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, students of class 11 Commerce. Today I will discuss what are the causes of increasing return. So question is, what are the causes of increasing return? দেখা যাচ্ছে না নিচে লিখব নট ইন দ্য বোর্ড দেখা যাচ্ছে না What are the causes of increasing return to a factor? What are the causes of increasing return to a factor? That is, you have got three returns to a factor. Increasing return, increasing and diminishing return, and negative return. So what are the causes of increasing return? In the first stage, perhaps you can remember the diagram. In the first stage, why the increasing return to a factor takes place? Why increasing return to a factor takes place? It is because number one, fixity, no, fuller utilization, first like fuller, second fixity go. Fuller utilization of fixed factor, fuller utilization of fixed factor. You know fixed factor? What do you mean by fixed factor? Fixed factors are those factors of production which does not change in the short period of production. Very in simple words, the factors which cannot be changed within a limited period or short period is called fixed factor. Fixed factor remains fixed for a particular period. If you want to change it, you have to take time. If you want to change, increase or decrease, generally increase the fixed factor to a production, then you have to take more time. That is fixed factor. Suppose you have a tractor through which you cultivate your land. You want to increase the number of tractors from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3. It is not possible with very limited period or short period, because you have to collect some capital money, you have to go to the shop and choose which is good, which is bad, what type of the machine we will purchase, and then it will take time. Therefore, you cannot change the fixed factor within a short period of time. But fuller utilization of fixed factor is one of the causes of increasing return to a factor. So within the short period, increasing return may take place, become the cause of increasing return. Why? Because the fixed factor has not been used properly or fully within this period. You have not exploited the full power of the fixed factor. Right? So if you can do it, suppose a tractor can cultivate 5 bighas of land in 10 hours. But you are just using it for 6 hours. That is underutilized. The fixed factor is underutilized. You can use it for another 4 hours. And if you use it for another 4 hours, that is completely 10 hours, increasing, become the cause of increasing to a factor. The production will increase. That is fuller utilization of the fixed factor will increase the volume of production. Am I clear? Please ask if you are unable to follow. Please ask. No question is coming. So I think you are following me. So the fuller utilization of the fixed factor. Suppose this building has 100 rooms, but you are using, the authority of the school is using only 70 rooms for class. So other rooms are lying vacant. If these rooms can be utilized, that is full utilization of this building can be done, then production will increase. So it is the cause of increasing returns to a factor. Increasing returns to a factor. Am I clear or not? You are not following at all. Number 2, division of labor. Increases in efficiency. Increases efficiency. So division of labor. What do you mean by this? The labors can be divided into several groups according to their efficiency in a particular part of the job even. In a particular part of the job even or the jobs. If an engineer is asked to cultivate the land, it will not be productive one. So according to the efficiency of the labor, their technical skill and knowledge, if the labors are divided into several groups for working in the several parts of the work, then the efficiency of the labor will increase. All workers are not efficient in all parts of the work of a production function. So the persons who are efficient in some part of the work, they should be engaged in that part, and others workers should be engaged in the other part of the work which they can do with efficiency. And if it can be done, this is called division of labor. Labor should be divided according to their efficiency. Then the production will increase at an increasing rate with the same factor of production. With the same factor of production. Am I clear? That is, specialized worker should be employed in a particular part of the work. Specialized worker should be employed in a particular part of the work in order to get more and good work, and this can be done only by making division of labor. So if division of labor can be done, then production will increasing at an increasing rate to a factor. That factor will give you more production, and it will take the increasing return to a factor. Is it clear? Now number 3, better combination between the factors. Better combination between the factors. Suppose this is blank, it becomes blank. Are you hearing? No survivor found. बोर्ड ब्लैंक हो गया. Okay. So, better combination between the factors. There must be a suitable combination between labor and machine, fixed factor and variable factor, fixed factor and variable factor. If a producer uses more labor and less machine and tools, then production will not be at optimum stage. The production will decrease according to the number of worker or labor. The machine should be adjusted. Therefore, a better combination, if the machine is replaced by labor, by worker, machines are replaced by workers, then desirable amount of results cannot be achieved, because what a machine can do, 5 or 7% cannot do that at the same period. Therefore, the suitable number of workers should be adjusted with the number of machines and tools. Machines cannot be replaced by labor, and if there are more machines but less labor, that is also not optimum combination of these two factors. Therefore, the better combination between the factors of production or among the factors of production, desirable benefit can be achieved. Desirable benefits can be achieved. There is no other alternative. If you use more and more labor in place of machines, your production will decline. But if the better combination between these two factors is utilized, increasing return to a factor can be achieved, and this is desirable by the producer. This is desirable by the producer. So these are the causes of increasing returns to a factor. You know, this increasing return is caused how, and I have shown it in diagram and mathematically also. Now I want to remove it for the next question. Now one thing is want to explain, and you may answer please out of my discussion I have done. If NP decreases, if NP decreases, total production will stop to increase. TP will stop to increase. Do you agree with this statement? No. If marginal product decreases, then total product will not decrease. Rather, it will increase, but at a slower rate. So it is the relation between TP and NP. Now, the next question is, causes of diminishing return. What are the causes of diminishing returns to a factor? Diminishing returns to a factor. Diminishing returns to a factor. The same question, only increasing return. In place of increasing return, it is diminishing return. One of the reason is imperfect combination of factors of production. Or substitute. Same word. Imperfect combination of substitute factor or substitutability. That is imperfect combination. Production is the combination of four factors. Production is the combination of four factors. That is land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. There are four factors, and these factors must be combined according to the need of the production. According to the need of the production. Suppose there is only one bigha of land and you employ 10 laborers. Will it be suitable for the perfect combination? No. Or you want to substitute the machine by human power. Human power cannot fully substitute the machine power. Therefore, if instead of machine and tools, more and more workers are employed, production will not increase at the same rate, it will decline. So this is imperfect combination, which is the reason of diminishing returns to a factor. That is, the production will decline. It is one of the reason, that is imperfect combination of substitutability. One factor cannot be used as substitute one for another factor of production, that is substitutability. All factors are not substitute of other. A farmer who works in the field cannot substitute the work of the engineer, cannot work the machines for the machines. No, machines work cannot be done by the labor or worker desirably. Desirable result will not be come out. Therefore, imperfect combination of substitutability among the factors of production is the reason behind the diminishing return to a factor. Now, fixity of the factor. Number 2, fixity of the factor. Of the factors. What do you mean by fixity of the factor? You know the law of diminishing return to a scale. You know the diminishing return to a scale. Now, we have no time. My guide is calling me to stop. Therefore, we will discuss it then in the next class. Thank you very much. Please please stay at home safely, but try to improve your academic status by reading and following the classes, all subjects. Thank you.